those things. And the other thing I thought I just wanted to mention, not just mention, I really think I appreciated the worship time where we took a moment to just consider the horrific events that happened in Paris on Friday evening. I just think we have to take a moment and think calmly and clearly and Christianly about what's happening. Of course, we know that terrorist attack by Islamic terrorists also is coupled with what just took place a couple weeks before in Beirut with an attack there. And also we know that very likely that the Russian jet that was taken down was also another terrorist attack. So just in the last couple of weeks, there have been all these terrorist attacks around the world. And the question simply is, what is our Christian response to global terror in Islam? And I mean, I could turn this into a whole message, but I just want to kind of just leave you with some anchor points. And this isn't, I came across something by Ed Stetzer, who's a Christian thinker and writer, and I follow him, and I thought he had some very good points. And he simply says, these things. And I'm going to just highlight them and say them very quickly. First of all, we need to pray. We need to pray for the families. We need to pray for France. We need to pray for Muslims. We need to pray for all those who are suffering from this terror. We also need to second love the hurting. In a way, I like this phrase what I heard somebody say, we're all Parisians right now. The whole world is suffering here as we think about nobody can say they're safe, from this. Third, we need to love our enemies. And I think that is what makes Christian faith unique in this world, rather than just attack and respond. We need to love our enemies. And there's three things we should not do as Christians, according to Ed Stetzer, which I appreciate. He says we should not hate. That's what our human nature wants to do. Second, we should not take our anger out on refugees. The immigrants that are streaming across Europe are trying to escape these radical Islamists. And we should not hate refugees. And thirdly, I think this is just something that is worth a discussion and thought, but Stetzer says we should not call war on Islam itself. But I do think that we have to ask ourselves again, how can we pray for our leaders as they have to respond wisely to this situation? To be the president of France right now would be a daunting task. So, and we need to pray for our leadership that they'll respond well too in these days and weeks ahead and months ahead and years ahead.